Hello and welcome to today's daily confidence card. I am Prosperous. My name is Michelle Baker. My gift is igniting confidence, and I'm super duper passionate about female founders, women business owners, and sales leaders. And the result of working with me is people get to connect with their ideal buyers and clients. And it's a win-win-win. There's more love in the air, people working together, doing what they love while working with people they love to work with. Now, having said that, today's card is all about being prosperous, which is part of that, because sales, the goal of when you get in sales or when you start a business is that the business would grow, that you will prosper, right? As a sales professional, you want to meet your quota. You want to expand and do more and better the next quarter, the next year, promotions, more opportunities, more monies. People want those coveted president's trophies, right? As a business owner, the better and more prosperous you are, the more people talk about you, the more recommendations, referrals, repeat business, and you continue to thrive and expand, hire more people. So there is actually a benefit to people doing well when they prosper, because people who do well when they prosper tend to help other people. They tend to make more purchases. It keeps the economy going, and this well-oiled machine we call life benefits all involved. Now, having said that, today's card, there's a prompt. It says, where am I growing and succeeding? So behind me, I actually have growth. One of the things to understand, prosperous is a state of affluence, it's a state of wealth, it's a state of doing well, it's an adjective that describes that person. Now understand that person who is prosperous is someone who is consistently doing something to continue prospering. There is no state or plateau or platform that you magically reach and you are prosperous, right? Unless you were born with a trust fund that you're living off the interest and it just keeps growing. But for the majority of us, the bulk of us, we're actually working for a living, rolling up our sleeves. And in order for you to continue to do well as you do that, it's a mindset, right? Instead of trying to get there and think that this is it, and when I get that, all will be well. How do you create the standard in the state of understanding that I am getting better and better? So how I deliver, how I show up, how I expand my businesses, I just keep getting better and better and more opportunity and things that allow me to continue to expand and offers and to increase my knowledge. And that whole wealth is attracted to me by how and who I become. So anyone who has created the standard in the state of being prosperous has more than likely invested in themselves. So if you look at me behind or look behind me, there is a plant. Plants don't just magically evolve. In nature, the seed drops in the soil and it waters, and there's a process. So if the seed drops on a dry, desert ground, it's not going to take root. It's not going to harvest a crop. It needs rich nutrient soil, right? Or it needs soil so that, and then it needs water. It needs to be nurtured so that it can, take root. And then once it takes root, you don't even see anything for a while, right? You don't plant a seed and go out and see something tomorrow. You actually takes time. And in the midst of not seeing things, you don't stop watering it. You don't stop nurturing it because you know and you trust that something will come forth. You will get a bud that comes through. And when you get a bud, you still can't pick it. You're not harvesting from it. You're required to still nurture it, plant it. You might even need to weed. You might even need to do some pruning depending on what you planted. And that's the same for life. If you're looking at creating wealth and some type of prosperous state of having in your life, you could have a prosperous relationship. You could have a prosperous team. You could be prosperous in your health and wellness. So all of these places that you can prosper and have affluence and do well will require work on your part. And then if you want to maintain it and sustain it, you must continue, right? So once you have one crop, well, it doesn't end there. You still need to continue to feed yourself, take care of your family. So there's more crops that are needed. So again, look at the things that you're seeking to prosper in, that you're wanting more from, which is the standard in the state of having prosperity or that are being prosperous, and understand, is this really something you're willing to work at? Is this really something that you're going to want to do every day for the rest of your life until you retire? If not, go find something that lights you up, that excites you, because then you'll be more willing to do the work, right? To plant the seeds, to nurture, to weed, to prune, to till the soil until it's time, such a time where you'll see the consistent growth. And even with the growth, it's still going to require the maintenance of sustaining it so that you can continue to harvest. So having said that, Prosperous is a lovely place to be. So what is something in somewhere that you are doing well? How are you prospering? What is something you're bragging about because you have decided that I love this or I like this, and you consistently do the work? Put that in the comments. And if you don't put it in the comments, journal it, make a note to yourself, pause this video and just embrace the feeling and applaud yourself for where you're doing well. And know that if there's other areas that you want to grow, again, look at something that lights you up and apply those principles so that you can see those harvests and sustain it for the rest of your life. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow with the next Daily Confidence.